What if the man you are now is merely a bridge, a temporary form, fastened between the animal you once were and the towering potential you could become? Friedrich Nietzsche presented us with the concept of the Übermensch, the Overman, not as a superior race, but as a superior goal. He challenged us to look into the modern void, the vacuum where old certainties and traditional morality used to stand, and find not despair, but a terrible, magnificent freedom. The question he poses is unsettling. If you are given the power to design your entire moral and spiritual life, what values would you create? Act 1. The Abyss of Nihilism. Nietzsche declared, God is dead. This wasn't a theological boast, it was a psychological observation. He saw that the structures that gave Western society its meaning, religious faith, objective truth, were crumbling. This collapse leads to nihilism, the terrifying feeling that life has no inherent meaning or value. Most people, he argued, retreat into the comfort of the herd, following predefined rules, adopting borrowed values, and seeking approval from the crowd simply to avoid confronting the chaos. The Übermensch is born the moment an individual refuses this easy path of conformity. Act 2. The will to power and self-overcoming. The drive behind the Übermensch is the will to power. This is not primarily about dominating others. It is the fundamental, irresistible human drive to grow, to master obstacles, and to continually surpass oneself. The Übermensch embraces life's inherent suffering and chaos, not as something to be endured, but as necessary resistance. Think of it like a sculptor. They do not complain about the hardness of the stone, they use it. They chip away at their inherited flaws, their cultural programming, and their psychological weaknesses until they reveal the authentic, self-created being beneath. This is the self-overcoming that defines the Overman. Act 3. Transcending slave morality. Nietzsche saw society shackled by slave morality. This system labels strength, ambition, and pride as evil, while valuing meekness, obedience, and patience as good. He argued this was a system designed by the weak to control the strong. The Übermensch stands outside this moral framework. They judge actions based on their ability to affirm life and to create a more powerful, beautiful existence. They don't seek permission for their actions, they take responsibility for their values. The mirror reveals that your most common moral judgments, who you praise, who you condemn, are often nothing more than echoes of the morality you were conditioned to adopt. Act 4. The eternal recurrence. The ultimate test, the blueprint for living as an Übermensch, is found in the concept of the eternal recurrence. Imagine that you had to live this exact life, with every joy, every triumph, and every pain, countless times for all eternity. Could you say yes to that life? The Übermensch is the one who can look at the totality of their past, the humiliation, the mistakes, the suffering, and affirm it all, seeing it as the necessary, beautiful tapestry of their identity. The actionable wisdom is this: live every choice as if you will be forced to live it forever. This single thought cuts away petty regrets, frivolous distractions, and unauthentic living, forcing you to create a life worthy of endless repetition. What one truth are you afraid to abandon? And what new value are you strong enough to create in its place? If this helped you find the courage to cross your own abyss, subscribe, and learn to decode the unseen patterns of human behavior.